Hey everybody, welcome back to Catholicism with Colin. So I'm sure many of you have heard of the trolley problem, which I'm going to put up on screen, where it's like, okay, there's this train, this trolley that's out of control, and it's going to run over 5 people, and you have a lever that can change the track so that it only runs over the one person. And then there's like this moral question, like, okay, is it right to pull the lever or no? Like, you're doing, right, what seems like a bad action and killing the one person for the greater good. So is it okay to do bad in order to achieve a greater good and a lesser evil? So this question is an interesting question. It's a good moral theoretical question. I don't think it's ever happened before, and I don't think it ever will in all of history. So there's this game called the Trolley game, I think. So that's what I'm going to be playing today, and we're going to try to go through it through a Catholic perspective. I thought this would be an interesting idea, to a good little mental moral exercise to go through this from a Catholic perspective. So without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so here we have it. We have the trolley problem. So, oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing the one person instead. What do you do? So what is the Catholic answer to this problem? Well, I linked a video from Catholic Answers in the description below, but there's nothing wrong inherently with taking a trolley and turning it onto another track, right? If there was no people there at all, it would not be like anything wrong with it, right? You're simply doing a neutral action. So there's nothing intrinsically evil with pulling the lever. Now, as an effect of, these people being on here, somebody is going to be there is going to be death occurring. So something evil, either way, if you pull it or not, is going to be occurring. So because the action is not intrinsically evil, you are simply pulling the lever onto this track, and there's an after effect of the person dying. So the Catholic response to this, of course, there might be varying things in this situation, but ultimately either choice that you make isn't going to greatly it's not going to be a sin on which one you pick. So for the greater good, I believe that the Catholic answer here would yes, to pull the lever for the greater good of these people here. And so yeah, the majority of people disagree, 27% disagree. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, 5 people, you can go to it for the other 4 people. Sorry, let me try that again. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 4 people instead. What do you do? Well, again, the circumstance really hasn't changed. It's like, okay, you pull it, it's a neutral action. Which one is going to have the lesser of 2 evils? 4 deaths or 5 deaths? Well, the 4 deaths is less bad than the 5 deaths. So, you pull it. So yes, the majority of people agree with me, and a minority disagree. All right, let's see. Next, it's heading towards 5 people. You can pull it to the lever to divert it. Let me try this again. Oh no, a trolley's heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, but then your life savings will be destroyed. What do you do? Well, of course, the moral option, the better of the two, obviously, is for your life savings to go, which that sucks. Life savings are important, but the human life is worth more than any amount of money. So, of course, there goes your life savings. Splat. Okay, 61% of people agree. That's good. All right, next. Oh no, a trolley's heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sacrificing yourself instead. What do you do? Well, of course, love is sacrificial. Jesus Christ died for us, so for us to die for other people, that's just the good Christian Catholic thing to do. So, splat. There I go. Wow, so the majority of people agree, or disagree with me, rather, which that's surprising. Maybe not given our current moral climate. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, but then the original copy of the Mona Lisa will be destroyed. What do you do? I mean, come on, it's the Mona Lisa. No, I'm kidding. Art is great, art is important, but it's not worth any amount of human life. Sorry, but yeah. Yeah, the majority of people agree, 23% disagree. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards a rich man. The rich man offers you $5,000 to pull the lever. Would you divert it to kill someone else? What do you do? So here's an interesting question. So there's an equal amount of human life that will die whether you pull it or not. The rich man is offering you $500,000 to pull it to kill somebody else, right? So really, this is like, okay, like the pulling of the action isn't evil, but then what's the intention? Are you really going to take this to kill like another person who would be fine anyway? I think that it would be best to pull, like, not pull the lever actually, and to allow this to happen, because it's immoral to take the money in this circumstance to kill. So half disagree, half agree. Interesting. All right, next. Oh no, a trolley heading towards 5 lobsters. You can pull the lever to divert it towards the other track, running over a cat instead. What will you do? Well, you see, these are both animals. Neither of them are human beings. They don't have souls, and their life is nothing to a human being. So really, it comes down to, what do you like more? Lobsters or cats? I have cats, so I think I'm gonna go with saving the cats. And I do love me some lobster. Make a great dinner. Although I'm not sure how good it would be after the train runs all of them over. It might be a little not super tasty and not super good to cook with. So do nothing. Sorry, lobsters. Splat. Yes, the majority of people agree. But then again, this really isn't like for a Catholic, it really doesn't matter. Like, it says levels of sentience. They're both, they don't have souls, so they don't have this. Okay, so, oh no, it's 5 people who are sleeping and won't feel pain. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over someone who's wide awake instead. What will you do? Well, a person's consciousness doesn't at all equate to how much their life is worth. For instance, an unborn baby, that's why we're against abortion, whether or not they can feel that abortion or know that it ever happened in the first place or not. So, regardless of their consciousness, it still is the greater good to sacrifice this one person. It will be over in an instant, so it's not as if it's like a suffering thing. But the greater effect and good of this would actually be the 5 people who wake up eventually to have been survived. So, yeah, the majority of people agree, 48% disagree. All right. Trolley is heading towards 5 people who have tied themselves to the track. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing the one person who accidentally tripped onto the track, the track instead. What do you do? This is an interesting question. Okay, so the 5 people who want to die, or the one person who doesn't want to die. Right. So, if 5 people really just want to commit suicide, that is a problem of the mind and the soul. So it's not like that their lives are now worthless. Now that they've deemed their lives worthless. These are sick people mentally, and they need to be helped. So, one person who is not mentally sick, or 5 people who are mentally sick, with the suicide problem. So, what do I choose? These people right here, these people who want to kill themselves, it would be in their best interest for them to go and get help, not to be killed. And, what happens to those who intentionally commit suicide out of, like, mental illness, torture, or, like, the greater good, right? So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pull the lever here for these greater good and get these guys to the nearest mental hospital. 21% agree with me, 79% disagree. Okay, so, yeah, the majority of people would think, oh, yeah, well, they want to die, so, yeah, it's not this guy's fault. Oh, no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. The lever just speeds up the trolley, which may make it less painful. What do you do? Well, I see no reason why not to do it. I mean, it'll basically be over in an instant, but it might as well be faster, so, splat. This isn't really that much of a moral question. Next, oh no, a trolley is heading towards one guy. You can pull a lever to divert it to the other track, but then your Amazon package will be late. What will you do? Well, obviously, you have to pull the lever. You can't let the Amazon package be late. No, I'm kidding. So, we're going to have to divert it this way because, I mean, I don't know if this one's that hard. Sorry. Again, yes, my Amazon package will be late. Oh no. Alright, oh no, it's heading towards your best friend. You can pull a lever to divert it to a track, killing 5 strangers instead. What do you do? Alright, so, looking at this from an objective speaking, right, we have 5 children of God or 1 children of God. This one happens to be closer to us. Do we kill our best friend or these 5 people? Well, I'm going to look at this from, the objective view of this. I think that it's best that these people, unfortunately, are going to be saved and that our friend is going to have to go. And thankfully, our friend, he's done us a good service, for the lives of these 5 people, himself being sacrificed. which I'm sorry to say, but I think that is the most moral choice in this scenario. All right, next. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull a lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 person instead. At least that's what you think is happening. You forgot your glasses and can't see that well. What can you do? Well, I mean, given that this is the amount of knowledge that you have, I think that pulling the lever is probably the best situation because I think that's what's happening. So, yeah, the majority of people agree with me, 47% disagree with me. So, yeah, I mean, regardless, I think with the knowledge that you have, this is the best moral choice. Next, oh no, a trolley is heading towards your first cousins. You can pull the lever to divert to the other track, killing 3 of your second cousins instead. What do you do? Well, this question seems rather irrelevant to me because, I mean, both of them are technically family, but killing 3 not as related members versus 1 related member, or at least not killing them, letting them die, it seems to me that it would be better to save the 3 than the 1. So that's why I'm going to have to do nothing. Okay, must agree with me. Oh no, trolley is heading towards 5 elderly people. You can divert it to the other track, running over a baby instead. What do you do? Oh man, this is a hard one. Because on the one hand, okay, like I could see somebody's like, okay, well the other elderly people are going to pass away in the relative future, but this baby has a whole life ahead of him. What is the moral choice in this? So because this is such a dark problem on, okay, does somebody's age have more to do with it? Well, for the greater good, we want all these people, the 5 people and the baby, all to go to heaven. I think it's much more likely that these elderly people who have already encountered the gospel will be able to enter heaven. At least some of them will have had a chance, and hopefully they'll be able to repent before their end. The baby hasn't had a chance yet. We don't know if the baby's been baptized or not, regardless. But let's just say the baby hasn't been baptized, and these people have had their whole life to be baptized. I think it's best to save the baby in this case. I'm sorry, you folks. I'm really sorry, but this is like the best, scenario I think in this case. So next, oh no, a trolley is barreling towards 5 identical clones of you. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sacrificing yourself instead. What do you do? Okay, well, clones. Here's an interesting question: can we ever clone a human being? Theoretically, it's possible. We did it with the sheep, and here's the question with the clones. Does a clone have a soul? Well, a clone isn't created in the act of, conception, so no, I mean, the clones do not have a soul. Now, this is all theoretical. Can we ever clone human beings? I don't actually think it's a reality, because they wouldn't have souls regardless. So doing nothing, I believe, is the best case here. So 87% agree, 13% disagree. All right, oh no, a trolley's heading towards a mystery box with a 50% chance of containing 2 people, or you can pull the lever with a mystery box of 10% chance of 10 people. Well, I think the 10% chance, I think I'm going to have to take that chance because, I mean, I don't know, I feel like our luck is pretty good. I feel like we can get the 90%, and so nobody dies. Okay, oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 sentient robots. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 human instead. What do you do? Oh, absolutely. Robots don't have souls. Sorry, robots. Doesn't matter how sentient people think that you are, you really aren't. All right, next. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 3 empty trolleys worth $900,000. You can pull it towards the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting the 1 empty trolley worth $300,000 instead. What do you do? Well, again, this is really economic damage. Like, I guess you pull it. Like, it's not the same with moral human worth. Splat, that doesn't make sense. They're trolleys. But, yeah, so, I mean, it's economic stuff. It's more of an economic question. I guess the lesser of 2 lost. So, yeah, the majority agree with me on that. Oh, no. The trolley is releasing 100 kilograms of carbon dioxide a year, which would kill 5 people over 30 years. You can pull a lever to divert to the other track, hitting a brick wall, and decommissioning the trolley. What do you do? So this is an interesting, climate change question. So it's releasing this gas, which is going to kill 5 people over 30 years. So I guess since we know that it's going to kill 5 people, which we really don't with, certain amount of cars and everything, that's all speculative. If we know 100%, then yeah, I say, you know what, it's worth it over time. So yeah, the majority agree, 40% disagree. All right. Oh no, you're a reincarnated being who will eventually be reincarnated as every person on this classic trolley problem. What will you do? Well, I mean, this one's kind of weird. Reincarnation isn't actually real, but I guess let's just pretend this isn't me. Take all the U's out. Objectively, yeah, we're saving more. So, goodbye. Okay, 53% agree, 47% disagree. All right. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards nothing, but you kind of want to prank the trolley driver. What do? I don't know. Do nothing, I suppose. There's nothing really that matters. But yeah, the majority of people don't really care about that. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards a good citizen. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over somebody who litters instead. What do? Well, in this case, it's like, okay, the good citizen, we don't really know about what the good citizen's like, what the bad citizen's like. So what do? Do we save the good citizen or the bad citizen? Well, let's just say maybe the good citizen goes to church and is a good Christian and is ready to die. And the bad citizen is not and is a sinner. I think it's best to let the good citizen perish because the bad citizen will have, less of a chance if he dies to be saved. So I believe it would be best that the bad citizen can live to repent. So the majority of people disagree because most people don't have that religious framework and they don't want them, they don't really know about, okay, do we really want most people to be saved? All right. Oh no, due to a construction error, the trolley is stuck in an eternal loop. If you pull a lever, the trolley will explode, and if you don't, the trolley and its passengers will go in circles for eternity. What will you do? So they're basically stuck in time. Here's an interesting question. They're stuck in time. Well, if they're stuck in time, they won't have their they won't be able to have their eternal reward or punishment. They won't be able to have eternal justice if they're stuck on this poor trolley for all the time. So the most moral choices, I'm going to wait 10 seconds, give them some time to repent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully they've made amends for whatever they've done. And goodbye. Boom. That's unfortunate, but it would be better for them, not to have to go around in circles forever. That would suck. So that was actually a work of mercy, exploding them there. Oh no, trolley is heading towards your worst enemy. You can pull a lever to divert the trolley and save them, or you can do nothing and no one will ever know. What will you do? Well, pull the lever, of course, right? That's obviously the moral choice. I'm surprised on how many people think that that's perfectly fine to do. 49%, that's kind of crazy. Hope I don't have any enemies that would pick that. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards a person and will lower their lifespan by 50 years. You can pull the lever to divert the trolley and lower the lifespan of 5 people by 10 years instead. What will you do? Well, I think the best option is the 10 for 5 people because it's the same amount of years ultimately being taken away, but these people could still, if they were going to live till 80, they'll live till 70 instead of this person who would have lived till 70, live till 20. So I believe it's best to pull the lever for the best of these people. So yeah, the majority agree with me. The minority actually do disagree with me. All right, next. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sending it into the future to kill 5 people 100 years from now. What will you do? So 5 people now or 5 people 100 years from now? Well, we don't know. The 100 years from now, I mean, we don't know, okay, is this going to be a time where, what if it's the last, 5 people on Earth? We really don't know. So, in this case, I say let it be done with now. Don't let it be an issue for unsuspecting people in the future. The majority disagree with me when the minority agree with me. That's a little bit surprising, but I guess people think short term, they won't have to deal with the consequences and ramifications of that. Oh no, a trolley problem is playing out before you. Do you actually have a choice in the situation, or has everything been predetermined since the universe began? I do have a choice, as a matter of fact. Predestination, unlike what some Calvinists may say, is not true. I do have a choice on which button I choose. I really do. I could choose either of these 2 options, and since I have a choice, I will click I have a choice. So that's the question here, but ultimately we as Catholics know we do have free will. Congratulations, you have solved philosophy. 50 people have died. And so yeah, so this was the trolley game. I hope all of you enjoyed the video. And I hope all of you have an excellent evening or day or whatever. God bless all of you. Have a good one.